Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing Hollow End once again, and this time we're running up against a Jeskai control deck. So it brings its own sort of challenges. Obviously, we have the potential that our combo will be countered. But in the dark, this hand's pretty good. We've got Flameblade Adept, a Cycler. And if we can get our second land down, we can do the Cathartic Reunion, and then also we've got the combo ready to go here, so looks like a pretty good hand for us. Certainly in the dark anyway. So going to lead off with a Flameblade Adept. Pass the turn. Opponent plays Arid Mesa, so not entirely sure what our opponent's doing at the moment, but I think we're just going to look to Cathartic Reunion here. We'll keep the combo in hand and pitch Urabrask and the Desert Ceradon. So, on the screen, and that triggers Flameblade Adept twice. Up to 3, find a Street Wraith, so we can pump our Flameblade Adept to 4. Which also draws us into another hollow one, so yeah, this hand has worked out pretty insanely, because we are going to be able to attack for 4 here, put our opponent down to 16, and then cast 2 hollow ones on turn 2. So yeah, we've got a lot of power on board, and we also have the combo as a backup even if our opponent casts Supreme Verdict or something of the like. We're in pretty good shape here. So opponent finds a Steam Vents, plays a Flooded Strand. Just going to attack here and see what happens. Might go for the cycle. Yeah, so we'll cycle the Carabid. Draws it into a Neonate, and we're going to be able to hit for 10 there. So I'll put our opponent down to 5, and we can keep up the combo as well. So this is looking very good for us. Opponent goes down to 4 off the fetch, cycles a Hieroglyphic Illumination, and yeah, that's game. So yeah, worked out pretty sweetly there. Actually, probably couldn't have gone much better. We had both aspects of our deck working at full power. Dropped a couple of hollow ones on turn 2, which is always very nice, and we also have the combo here just ready to go if our opponent does manage to find a sweeper or an answer to our board state, although on the draw that is going to be pretty difficult for them. So yeah, that went about as well as it could have done. So let's go on to game 2. Okay, so here we're back with game 2 here. So in terms of sideboard cards, sorry, I'll quickly follow that. Guttural Response is obviously a card we're looking at. It's a way to deal with Cryptic or Anti-Cryptic, and also protects our combo from counter spells, which our opponent seems likely to have. I think I also brought in Blood Moon here as a way of dealing with their manlands, and just generally a good card against Jeskai control. As a way of sort of shutting them down. So this hand looks fairly good. We've got 3 Cyclers and a Faithless Looting and 3 lands. Obviously need to find a threat, but got plenty of ways of digging here. But it leads with Mesa. I thought about Faithless Looting here, but as I say, usually it's, or certainly the way I play it is usually I wait till turn 2 for Faithless Looting, unless I have a Street Wraith ready to go, because it's fairly disappointing if you get to the position where you Faithless Looting to find a hollow one, and on turn 2 you don't have enough way to actually get it out on the battlefield, because you've only got a couple of Cyclers you can use, so you're just off of it. So I like to keep Faithless Looting till turn 2. I don't know if that's necessarily the right thing to do, but it's the way I prefer to play. So we're just going to pass here. Fetches a Steam Vents, plays an Island, plays Search for Azcanta. We'll cycle, find another land, draw another Cycler for our turn. And Faithless Looting here, And there we go, we found the hollow one, which is good. So I'm going to pitch Urabrask in one of these lands, and then cycle 3 cards discarded, so we can cast Hollow One for free. One plays Colonnade. Gets us out for 4 here. Put him down to 13. This kind of puts Mana Leak into the bin, which is fine. Just going to continue to cycle, see if we can dig towards our combo. Although, as it stands, Hollow One is doing the job. So we find Hollow One there, which is a little bit annoying, I guess, because obviously we would have liked to cycle into it, but I think it'll be fine. See what happens to the Hollow One here. So opponent doesn't have an answer as of yet, goes down to 9. Going to Cathartic Reunion here, pitching a couple of lands, see if this resolves. It does. Cycle a Deadshot Minotaur, find Blood Moon, which can be pretty nice if we can get our opponent to tap out. Cast Hollow One, again, no answer from our opponent. We know they've got Counter Magic because they played the Mana Leak. Presumably they're running Cryptic, or some number thereof. But as it stands, we haven't seen anything out of them. Also no removal, so kind of interesting. I suppose Lightning Bolt doesn't really do a lot in this, at this moment in time. So if he's like a burn-focused version of Jeskai control, I guess he's not in the greatest of positions. Perhaps that's what's going on here. So cycle, finds a land, which isn't the best. Find another cycler for our turn. Opponent Cryptics to save themselves from dying. Yeah, I suppose we probably should have seen that coming, given that they cracked the Flooded Strand and went down to 8. So they were prepared to do that, so obviously they had some sort of answer. Turns out it was Cryptic, but this works out really well for us, because we can now cast Blood Moon, which cuts them off pretty heavily. They now don't have access to white mana at all. And obviously Colonnade gets switched off as well. Maybe Blood Moon isn't the greatest in this matchup, I guess, because they still got access to blue and red, but it does nicely cut off white mana and again turns off mana lands, which is handy. So I'm going to Cathartic Reunion here, just dig a little bit deeper into the deck. Kind of looking to see if we can find our combo here in case we need it. I feel like we're in pretty good position. All of our opponent's best removal is kind of switched off now. They've got no access to Path to Exile unless they can find the basic planes. Supreme Verdict also turned off, and they also got Cryptic. So yeah, it's pretty good here, it has to be said. Opponent plays a Hallowed Fountain and then concedes, obviously, with Blood Moon, switching them, locking them out of the game here. So yeah, a fairly quick and easy win against Jeskai control. Can't promise it would always be this easy. Our opponent didn't really seem to find the answers to the threats we were dropping, and yeah, we never really actually needed to combo. We did have the opportunity in game 1, but yeah, this worked out very nicely, and the aggro aspect of the deck just pushed us through. Obviously the combo side also gives us a bit of an extra edge, and something else the opponent has to worry about, which is probably one of the nicest things about the deck, is that because it attacks on 2 different axes, it's not just a matter of running out your creatures and hoping you kill them before they take control of the game. It's you've also got the surprise factor of the combo as well. So they've got to be wary on both fronts and can't really afford to tap too low or use all of their mana on removing creatures. So yeah, worked out pretty nicely here, and fairly quick and easy win for us.